back up just a little bit. Get reach out of that sun because that was killing me. Oh no, we put Kenny into it. Alright, let's do this. Until the sun shifts, put yourselves into a shadow or something so you're not blinding yourself. Okay. Wherever you guys want to, that's fine. Alright. So it was killing me just looking at you guys. Been there, done that, no problem. One. Alright, let's just do this one. Go home over again.
Go on over again.
How's your man? Come here. Did we start Jute yet? We made it all the way through empty though. That was that one night where we done it.
Just need a few final touches.
Alright, what you know? Go hold okay.
Go on over again.
How's your man? Come here. Empiropo. How'd you man? Come here. Remember, when we're doing that Gohono Uki, Empiropo heel shift, make sure you make the heel shift. Don't put it into your knee. Alright, so let's do Empiropo one more time because I didn't really like what you guys were doing. Don't get ahead of yourself. Okay, it's Empiropo. You guys have had this forever. No reason to think about it. But don't hurt yourself trying to get fast with it. Empiropo. Ajime. Better. Good. Come on. Ten no kata. Ajime. Put a little flight. Because I don't, from here to here, that drives me insane. Yeah, a little rhythm here. Okay, well, young man, for me, because of how this is presented, this, it basically gives my load. This is like a short load. But from here to load this way, here's the load, so you got to put a little. Wichito! How'd you make? We haven't heard from him or anything? 2 days in a row? Keep going, keep going. Come on. Yeah. We've all been there, done that. See, the funny part is that I actually, because normally if I'm doing that and I have that brain fart, I can feel the kata kind of ball up, fall out of my ear, and run down the back of my pant leg and across the floor. I actually literally saw it go from yours. Chino kata.
Chino kata.
Hajime. Yeah, man. Wichito. Hajime. thinks he skips out a couple of weeks, I'll forget.
Reset.
Yeah, man.
No, I didn't say reset, I said reset.
Oh, recent.
Reset. Yes. Where were we? Kino Showdown. How'd you rank?
Oh, by the way, I promoted William.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Purple, yeah.
Purple?
He's looking really good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All things considered, he's doing okay with whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
He's still going through it, but he's
Okay.
cranking.
Rock and roll. Wichita. How'd you rank? Come here. Ropo. How'd you rank? Step in, punch. Come here, Risa. Come here. Alright, come here. Try that one again. Ropo. How'd you rank? You needed to be punched for some reason. That's fine.
She on power.
Come here. It's alright. Sometimes those things jump up in the ceiling, crawl around, and jump onto other people. I've seen that happen a lot too. Alright. Mask and water if you guys need it. Oof.
You got this.
I got this.
You got the good ones.
Yeah. It's not like the knucklehead showed up today.
Yeah.
Well. This is just us. I'm going to ask a question. The answer to the question is completely none of my business. So if you don't want to answer the question, just don't answer the question. No harm, no foul. Are you guys planning on getting the COVID vaccine when it's available? Yes, no? We don't know?
I don't want to.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
Has anybody? Okay, so you are getting it soon. You're not yet ready.
I'm not.
What do you got?
Here soon.
I'm eligible because of health reasons. The hospital keeps
trying to pre-plan
Strongly
when we
suspect I've had it.
Are you?
already got it. So,
You got it.
yeah.
Oh, because you're school.
But actually, I was part of, when it first came out, they were doing studies, I signed up for the study. So because I was a member of the study, and then I got the second shot. A week ago, 2 weeks ago yesterday, I think it was, if I remember correctly.
Can I ask which
Pfizer. All right, where we at? Pinon Nidon.
Dinanino.
How'd you met? Down block. Step punch. Down block, step punch. There we go. Step punch, step punch. Yep, you good? Yeah, there we go. Good, go ahead.
I do that with them.
Yeah, I'll tell you a funny story because it came up Monday with Greg, so, and he's told the story in public. John Eric, well, from first degree black belt on, the majority of those kata are direct white crane lineage kata. The earlier kata are kind of, sort of, here and there kind of thing, but the majority of them. And of those, the majority of them start with the letter S. He couldn't put it, John Eric for years, couldn't put them together. All he would say was those damn S kata. So we named one of them like So-Chin. What's the first thing? As soon as you started to move, to show him the first move, he didn't need the whole first move. He just needed like the first motion and it all kicked in.
That's kind of mean. How's that stuff?
And I've told you my Pinon Yondan Kosokundai story before. No, maybe not. Kosokundai Nidan Kata. When I learned Kosokundai, it overwrote Pinon Yondan because they're really, Kosokundai is like all of the Pinon bits and pieces mashed together with a couple extras. But for some reason, when I learned Kosokundai, it overwrote Pinon Yondan. For 3 years, I could not do those two kata. I would start Yondan and Kosokundai, or start Kosokundai and end Pinon Yondan. I could not for the life of me for 3 years until I finally, somehow my brain peeled those things apart.
I can see that happening.
So,
I always get confused on those diagonal turns. I'm turning and doing what?
yeah. That's one of the good things about the way Hanshi set up the curriculum is in the full Shitaru curriculum, there's a lot of overlap. There's like 5 Goho no Ukas, a couple of different Empi Roppo, that kind of thing.
It's like 60. So
Yeah, it's like 67 kata total, but of those 67, they just start to get repetitive. And even the ones that are named something different, they are literally like, okay, 1/3 of this kata, 1/3 of that kata, 1/3 of this kata put together, we call it something different. So Hanshi, when he set those up, picked and chose these to eliminate a lot of that overlap. But like with the Pinons, they're Pinons. So it does get a little weird sometimes. Where we at? Ananku. Hajiman. Go ahead. Good. Pinon Sandan. Hajiman. thinking, I'm making sure before I say something that it's right. Okay, all 5 penons, the very first motion of all of them have that same little like 1 foot length scoop. Yeah, it's that one little foot length. So it's not like I'm just gonna drop into my technique. A little bit of a slide. Let's do that again. Pinan Sanda.
Pinan Sanda.
Adjoin. On the end of Pinan Sandan, don't lean into it. Drag, but still from a vertical posture. You're kind of leaning into it a little bit. Yeah, man. That. Yes. That. Good. Matsukaze. Hajime. Yeah, man. Let's try that again. Wrong hand, actually. Should have been on a reverse punch. I didn't see where you missed the reverse punch, but you missed the reverse
It
punch.
was my initial step off.
Okay. Let's try that again. Matsukaze.
Matsukaze.
Hajime. Good. Yeah, man. Pinon Yonda.
Pinan Yonda.
Hajime. Come in. Good.
Can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
Okay, so here, and this is a big
Just like that. Yep.
first, this.
Big relative to you.
This.
Okay, if you're reaching so far that you do what you just did was kind of flop into it, it's too low. So you still want to maintain that good upright posture, and you also don't want to hop the back leg into it. You're just going to drag it in. That. Just like that. Okay, let's stay with Pinan Yondan for a while. Jute. Hajime. Good, come on. All right, let's do this. You're gonna start learning Jute. You're gonna go through Jute with us. There's some detail work. The pattern is fine, but there's a lot of detail work that's missing. Good. The new thing in Jute for our kata is this middle knuckle punch. So, you know, our normal punch, we talk about starting, or I talk about starting from the pinky finger, rolling it in, real tight, those two, middle, a little bit less, lock the thumb in, right? That's the normal punch. For this one, it's going to start the same way. We're going to roll those two in. The pointer finger is going to kind of duck under it, under the middle a little bit. And then the thumb is going to lock it in. If you look at it this way, the pointer is kind of pressing into the palm heel and angled across, bridging for that one knuckle. Now in Jute, well, let me back up. Most karate people will tell you that this middle knuckle is for straight punching. 100% totally, completely disagree with that. The hand is not configured for this. Have I seen people be able to do it? Yes. Have I had it done to me? Yes. He was great at that. But he had giant knee hook hands that he would, you know, came out banging trees with. For most of us mere mortals, this is not good alignment of the wrist or anything. Because you see, to line this knuckle up, for me, I have to tilt my wrist up slightly. First knuckle, absolutely. That's what that one is for. You're going to punch straight, punch first knuckle. This one, middle knuckle, is for this kind of thing. Like chicken beating down under thing. In Jute, we're going to show that. But this is a prelude to that. It's not necessarily, it is not necessarily showing this, but it's getting into position for this. Now, if you want to condition your hands to straight punch off that middle knuckle, rock and roll, we got plenty of makiwara, you can do your thing, yeah. But for most of us mere mortals, this is for this type of motion. This one is for straight punch. And I will tell you that this one, it works really, really well for straight punch. Even those of us that don't really condition our hands, because you can get behind that a lot. And now, it still works for that too, absolutely. But all that to say this, in Jute, we're going to be showing this middle knuckle quite a bit. So, can everybody kind of sort of see me in the window? Okay. All right, Jute. You're going to step back to a right Sanshin, right open hand, middle outside one. Sanshin here, not count. Sanshin. We're going to make that middle knuckle, and we're going to come down. Now this, depending, all right, never mind. We need to talk about that. I should have thought about that first. We talk about in the basics. You can do back fist here, or you do back fist here. They're both fine, right? This, yeah, we have maybe. Eventually, we'll get to Nakbanchi, where we start hook punching. This is very similar to hook punching in its final posture. You have two basic choices. You either get direct 90 or 45. Those are your two choices. Nothing closer than 90 doesn't work. Anything past 45 doesn't work. John James, the way he's built, all yada yada yada, he does 90. I do 45 because I prefer that angle, especially on my hook punch. Now for Jute, because I'm coming down, I prefer 45 because that's where I'm striking. If I come 90, I feel I've missed in my bumper. I feel too close and too bound up here. But if you're going to do 90, I won't argue with it. The second motion that we're going to get to must be 45. There is absolutely not happening to get to the second. So the first one, I'll give you 90 or 45, dealer's choice. The second one must be 45.
And you're stepping back with your left foot.
Correct. Okay. Again, we're going to step back to a right Sansheen, right open hand, middle outside block. We're going to make our middle knuckle, and we're going to come down. We're going to step forward into a Sansheen, uppercut, middle knuckle. Now we're going to roll this down. This is the one that should be 45. There should be a gap between your forearms. Here. This way. Alright, left Sansheen. Right foot's going to slide up to an inline Shiko, open hand, middle outside block.
Still a knuckle.
No, this is back to normal fist, kicky down. Alright, let's do that much. That's a good question. Let me put a little fine point on it. Yeah, in this kata, the one knuckle is only in the beginning in these three motions. What we're doing. Everything else is back normal fist, kikite, or shitos, or stuff that we're already used to. So as you can see, we're really setting up for this down. It's not really emphasizing that. Alright, step back, right Sansheen, block. One knuckle down, step forward, uppercut, one knuckle.
Above.
Yeah, down, inline Shiko, block. Good. Let's do that one more time. See it coming.
I'm not blocked, just looking at the combo.
I look at the block. And then pull away. Mostly because after this is really a throw. Not necessarily a throw. Jute! Work out one move. Hey! Hey! One knuckle down. Good. A little more weight in your body. Yeah, there you go. Good. Hey! Step forward, uppercut. This is Sansheen. Way too long. There we go. Hey! Down. Good. Hey! Slide out top. Good. Yeah, inline Shiko. Good. All right. Everybody good up to there? All right. Let's go back to that block. Heading forward. Right leg. Inline Shiko. Palm heel. Stand up, cross over, yoi, palm heel. Standing up and yoi here, palm heel. Stepping over again, Shiko, palm heel. Good. Go ahead, we'll get to that in a second. All right, go ahead. For all three of these palm heels, pinky side is down parallel to the deck, presenting palm heel, and I'm not palm heeling to what is my 90. I'm palm heeling to what is my 45. So I'm literally the hollow of your oblique abdominal muscles and your transverse. That's where you want that to sit. And to a certain degree, it's almost like I'm sticking my elbow in there. The kind of metaphorical. So as I'm coming in here, I'm going to what is my 45, not my 90. Excellent point, yes. Shiko, Knees are 45. The palm heels are really directly, that's the next one, let's look at it. Directly right on top of them. Alright, premiore. Jute. One count, one move. Hey. Lock. Sunshine. 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 Short, 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 short. There we go. Good. One knuckle down. Hey. Step forward, Sanshine, uppercut. Hey. Square yourself up and shorten yourself up. Reset. There we go. Good. One knuckle down. Slide out inline Shiko. Block. Hey. Good. Now, right side coming forward. Inline Shiko. Palm heel to that 45. Hey. Bend the elbow a little bit more, Risa. Yeah. We're not reaching here. This is real short. This is, well, I'll get that in a second. All right, left foot's gonna come to your front, turn around, you're gonna facing that way, stand up your palm heel. Hey. Again, more 45 on the palm heel. Shorter, shorter, up from the elbow, down the elbow, there we go. And one more, coming across. Hey. Good. All right, yeah, man. Let's talk about the palm heel a little bit. I would say the vast majority of Jute is a grappling kata. We're real short. We're really in close, in tight here. So these palm heels, literally they're on top of you. And we're just popping it here. If I've got this guy here, I'm not trying to reach him here. I'm here, yada, 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 and I'm real close. So I want this elbow bent. I would say middle outside block, just drop it down. Like that, that would be good. Not that distance. We're coming off of our hikite, and again, really short, because we are literally on top of this. And that palm heel, that lower rib, again, that hollow where the oblique is on either side, where your liver and your spleen sit. Everybody remember Mike Tyson?
Ear biter.
What?
Ear biter.
Ear biter. Before he became the ear biter, does everybody remember how he won most of his fights? Yeah, okay. Because I find it fascinating. That's the only reason it's stuck in my head. He had a two-punch combination that he used that won, I would say, probably the vast majority of his fights. He would start in here real close, and he would roll this hook punch, very similar here, liver, uppercut. Boom, boom. Every time. He'd just walk in on him, you know, kind of Muhammad Ali style. Just walk in, take it, roll, hook, hook. And that fist didn't move more than about that far for both punches. Those of you that have never really been hit in those pockets, oh, it is a whole new world of pain right there. Because the thing about the abdominals, like most things in the body, is a weak spot and everything. Getting hit in the front, right, you can condition that pretty good. Even taking shots to the side, you got your elbows, you work it. But you get that 45-degree angle right where the obliques and the transverse and all that, you get really skinny. Blah, blah. So they go boom, and get knocked over, present the good night point, and you come straight up. So very Jute. Why didn't you get cold all of a sudden? Weird. All right. Is it supposed to be cold this rest of the week? Oh, I hadn't heard. I thought it was we were back to summer already. Oh.
In a day or two.
Oh, okay. All right, Jute. One count, one move. Hey. Step back, block, Sanchin, Sanchin, Sanchin. There we go. No reason to apologize. We're all learning. Hey. One knuckle down. Son. Step forward, uppercut. Step forward, uppercut. Actually, let it touch. There you go. Son. Knuckle down. Slide out, Shiko, open hand block. Hey. Inline that way. There we go. Good. Now that same hand up, that's up is going to come forward and palm heel. Inline Shiko. Hey. Walking across, stand up, Yoi, palm heel. Hey. And step over, Shiko, palm heel. Hey. Hey. Go ahead, look good. All right, from here, our right leg is going to cross in front. Kosodach, cross-legged stance. Double middle outside block. Just cross your legs for now. I just realized I should have went over this, so I forgot. In place, double down block. Left leg is going to step out, inline Shiko. Double middle outside block. All right, young man. Kosu dachi, Kosu, cross. Dachi, stance. So, cross-legged stance. It is kind of, sort of, a mirror image cat stance. Okay, well, cat stance here.
I'm sorry, singing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can buy that too. It's a form of crane stance. But if I take my cat stance and I twist it and kind of mirror image it, I end up in my Kosu. Whatever your base leg is going to be pointed at whatever angle is going to give you balance. So one-legged balance. Back leg is going to come in. A little bit crossed up on the ball of the foot. And if you can, the back knee is going to go into the rear of your front calf. If you can get it across that far. Right. That one. So one way that you can practice this is like if we're in our yoi, and we just twist, 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 we end up in a Kosodach. Stand back up, and we twist, 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 we end up in a Kosodach.
Your front leg, your base, the angle is whatever comfortable for you.
Whatever's going to be comfortable to give you balance, kind of like your cat stance. And it's, again, it's basically the opposite of a cat stance. So instead of 90-10 for a cat, it would be 90-10 for Kosu. Coming off the last palm heel, the hands for some reason like to bunge everybody up. So once you step across, it's double out, in place, double down. I'm sorry, and I did it in front. Then when you come out for this double out, it's out to your side, not out in front like I just messed up.
Cross both times?
Cross both sides. So from the palm heel, we're gonna cross. Cross, as I step out, I'm gonna cross. So one way to think about this last one is like double back fist. Because I'm gonna end up with my palms facing my ear. Now, if you have the shoulder flexibility to get both of them here, great. If not, whatever your angle is, this way.
I know you're going to say it depends, but
Okay?
when you cross, which hand is on the outside?
Well, the answer is it depends only in the fact of it depends on you. When he would answer the same question, I'll give you my interpretation of the answer that he gave and see what you guys do with it. He said, again, kind of it depends. You know, there's a couple ways you can do it. You can either alternate, is one way, or you can go with the direction of travel. So if I'm here and I'm stepping that way, my left hand likes to come out here. As I come in, I'm still in the same spot, my left hand likes to cross. However, when I step out for that next step, for whatever reason, my right arm likes to go on the outside. So is it our right answer? I don't think so. There's your answer, and there's my answer.
Tough one for sunset and nose.
Yeah. And it's not something we really look at, or at least I don't really look at it, because to me it's not relevant. Because no one is, including him, was never able to give me a definitive, because of this, do it this way. You know, even in, what was it? There's another kata that the name of it's completely escaping me at the moment, where we do something similar. And that's where it came up with him, and he was describing it. He's like, okay, I was taught always, oh, that was the other answer. Always left hand or always right hand is another way to do it. So if I start with my left hand, I'm going to do all three with my left hand out, or right hand, vice versa. So again, even he would say that he could find no bunkaiable difference to go because of this, do it this way. Okay. Most everything else that we do, that's similar to that, you can say, okay, you're going to do it this way because of this bunkai or this principle. Here, for whatever reason, I feel coming off of this palm heel that this is a parry kind of thing. So when I come in, that's why it's on the inside. And for whatever reason, I kind of feel the same thing here. So once I'm here, coming this way, I feel that this is the parry, and I'm popping under this one. That's kind of where my brain is telling my body that it feels it. Is that the right answer? No, it is an answer. So, play with it. Figure out which one you guys prefer. What is not up for debate is double middle, in place, double down, step out, that rhythm.
When you come out and crossing.
Yes, you're still crossing to come out for the last one, but you're going to do double back this here is what it really looks like. Boom. As much as I can, I want my palms facing my ears. So even if my shoulders won't allow this and I have to be here, I still want kind of an inish, because one of the main bunkai here is this back fist motion, not necessarily blocking motion. Okay. One count, one move. Jute.
Okay.
Hey. Hey. Touch. Okay. Relax the shoulder. Yeah. This should be right about solar plexus level. All of this. Hey. Step forward, uppercut. Up. Down. Hey. Step out, block. Good. Yep. Just like that. This way, palm heel. Hey. More 45. pinky side down. There you go. Good. One thing that really helped me with this is actually thinking about popping that into that soft spot, because if you do this to that area of the abdomen, you're gonna break your wrist. Ask me how I know. Stepping around, Yoidach, palm heel. Hey. Stepping through, Shiko, palm heel. Hey. Good. Right foot crosses in front, Kosodach, double middle outside block. Hey. Cross, 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 cross. Right there. Good. Double middle, in place. Double down. Okay, lift your rear heel. So, there you go. Now, left foot's going to step out to a Shiko, double back fist. Hey. I'll call it double back. Sorry, heading toward the back, heading toward the rear. Inline Shiko. Good. A little bit more elbows off the ribs. Yeah, right there. Good. And palms in as much as you can. Good. Right there. All right, Yaman. Let's try that much one more time. All right, everybody slide back a little bit. One thing you will notice about Jute, it walks forward a lot. And it picks up at the end if you get really, really good. And yeah, we're probably not going to get there, but in a few minutes I'll explain to you what I mean by that. All right, one count, one move. Hey. Good. Hey. Up. Touching. There you go. Sheet. Go. Good. Coming towards me. Rope. Sheet. Coming towards me. Yoy. Good. More stand up. There we go. Hey. Good. Right leg crossing, heading toward the back. Hey. Double middle. This is in closer. Ken, this one doesn't come way out. Hey. Down. Up. Step out. Hey. Good. All right, yo man.
So we, right leg across the,
Yep, right there. Exactly. Just like that. Cool. All right, a little history, a little fun kind of thing. The next three belt ranks, we have Jute, Jin, and Jion. Typically referred to as the three sister kata because they all start with Ju kind of thing. As it was explained to me, at one time it was one big long kata that they broke into three parts. Either that or it was three different masters who took the same kata and tweaked it just enough to annoy us. And Mabuni liked that kind of stuff, so we got all three of them. Now, luckily, for the most part, they are different enough where they don't really blend, well, they don't overwrite one another. One thing that they do have in common is this Shiko palm heel series in all three of them, of some variety. So you're going to find that in them. We've talked about before that coming up through the ranks, how Sean James, Sean Eric, and myself have about half a dozen different versions of each kata that we've been taught over the years. Jin, Jion, and Jute are three of the worst culprits. That Shiko palm heel series has changed so many times in my martial arts career. It's insane. What we're showing you now is the one that Hanshi kind of settled on before he left, but you will see it done in a variety of different ways. And you might even see one of us brain fart, revert to something else, just go, and then move on from there, kind of thing. like we were talking about earlier, one of the reasons that Hanshi chose the katas that he chose, because they each teach something different. One of the things that Jutei teaches differently is the very last motion. We talk about oizuki, oizuki, right? Which is a lunge punch. Now we do it as a step punch, lunge punch. It can also mean literally a lunging punch. Next time when we're together, when we finish up Jutei, at the very end is a lunging punch. Ideally, you are going to take with one step, and by one step I mean just that. I mean from here to here, a step drag that gets you back to where you started, if not more. At my best, I could clear maybe 2 squares. If I was having a really good day, I could clear 2.5 squares. He would tell the story, and being a good student, I would go, yes sir, Os, completely believe you, but always have that little nagging doubt that he was exaggerating a little bit until I saw him do it one time. An AAU sparring ring, if I remember correctly, it's either 5x5 or 6x6. Okay, so that big. I saw him using that lunge punch off of Jutei go from corner to corner on one step. And to this day, I know how he did it, but I can't figure out how to get my body to twist my hip that way so that I can make that in one step. Did you see how? That was one of those, if I hadn't seen him do it, I would have believed him because he said it. I wouldn't call him a liar. But I actually saw him do it and went, well, he wasn't lying, so it is possible. And it's all in the plan. He came down. It wasn't like he jumped or leapt or it was just blink, boom, one step. Kind of thing. All right, questions on Jutei? Questions on any of the kata, any other stuff?
Been practicing that.
All right. Work on that part of Jutei a little bit. Show me up. Everybody, Hajime. Shiko. Inline Shiko. There you go. And in place down, step out, double back. Good, young man. Show me
I
that one.
remember it.
The pattern was good. There was a couple of details, well, a lot of details that we need to work on, but there were a couple of big-ish details that I want to look at real quick, because it might have just been, I was looking at 2 different things at once. Just run through it one more time. How'd you make? Good, anyway, okay. On the series. So punch, down, cross in. I'm gonna step out to my front stance for this down block first. And then down block here. So there, step out, down block. And then down block in front. Right. Good. Yeah. Boom, boom, that way.
So relearn my muscle.
The other thing, after we get to here, getting into this part, let this keep going. So as I drop this one, I'm going to heat and take this one. We're kind of leaving this one.
Stand there while you leave this muscle.
So from here on this down block, I'm going to drop, lift, drop the prep. Oh.
So I,
Which feet? Yep.
so when I get to this point, when do I,
Right there. So once you hit that stance, you're going to double middle, double down, and slide out, double back. All right, we're just going to call it informal. I got to go. One to that.